Welcome. I'm sitting here in Zurich with my old friend Leonardo Habegger. Leonardo Habegger, congratulations to your new book, Authority Positioning, How to Become the Leader in Your Niche. I have just some questions which I hope you could answer me, and I start just up front with the first one. Why is it so important to start with me? You have in this book 7 millionaire moves, how you call them, and the first of these moves is me. Why is it so important to start with me, Leonardo?
It's a very important move because what I've seen, there are a lot of entrepreneurs who start a business, who start an adventure, and say forget about the me, say just go for the money, for instance. They say, oh wow, with this business I could make a lot of money, and of course after a while it will get difficult, and if it gets difficult and if you're not aligned with the business, if you don't love what you do, you will stop or you will struggle. So that's my experience, that you really includes the me, that you start with the me. That's why the me is the number one step in my system.
Okay. I remember reading the book when you're asking who are you, and then you're asking a third time, who are you really? What's the difference with this question, and why do you ask this question 3 times?
Because you really have to go deep. You don't want to stay on the surface.
Okay.
So in this first part of the book, you really want to go deep and look at everything that is you. And one thing, for instance, is the values. It's really important that whatever you do, it's congruent with your values.
Okay. So if I try to align what I do with my own values, what is the biggest hurdle in this, out of your experience? Are there some hurdles? What's the biggest obstacle in this?
I mean, the big hurdle. I mean, the real difficulty is if you don't align who you are with your business.
Okay.
And in the long run, you will fail. It only works in the short run if you know. It will only work in the long run.
Okay.
That's important.
Okay, so let's come to the second millionaire move. You said mindset is the second one, and there another question from you about the obstacles. Which obstacle do you find most often to establish the right mindset? What's there with which your clients fight if they want to try the right mindset?
Yeah, I mean, it's so important that the right mindset is in place. As a former athlete, I really know that, and I see the right mindset makes all the difference. For instance, take the best tennis players in the world. Number 100 is able to beat a number 5 player anytime. But like if the big tournaments come around, there are always number 1 to number 4 who are winning. And why are they winning? They are winning because of their mindset. Because like physically, they're not in better shape than number 80 or number 100. But the big difference is the mindset.
Okay. So I can relate to this on sport. But how can I build up an abundance mindset, as you call it, even when money or time is tight? So you always have some times where time is tight or where money is tight, or perhaps both of them. How can I then build up an abundance mindset instead of a scarcity mindset?
What really helps here is to do a walk in nature.
Okay.
And look around and see the abundance of nature.
Okay.
And because nature is everywhere, and also the kinds of things we construct, we forget about that all these things, all this abundance is just everywhere. And because we forget, we go into a scarcity mindset, and if we go into scarcity, then we are struggling, and then we will lose. So that's a very good exercise. If you see yourself struggling, to go in nature and look around and appreciate what's around, and really experience the abundance, and take this and adjust it to your situation.
Okay, I can relate to that. Okay, let's come to the third millionaire move. It's market, and there you mentioned the Starbucks. What can I do when my niche is not a Starbucks right now? What can I do if my niche is not there in the Starbucks?
Yes, then you want to change that, and because in the long run, if you really want to be successful, you have to be in the Starbucks.
My niche has to be there.
Yes, it has to be there, and if it's not now, you have to change that. You either have to change the category you're in, and that's why this matrix is so wonderful, because you look at it, you analyze where you are, and it becomes obvious if you're in a market that is growing or declining.
Okay, got it. You recommend surveying your clients, surveying your potential customers. I can see the importance of this, but would Steve Jobs have come up with the iPhone just by surveying his customers? I don't believe it.
Of course, Steve Jobs was a genius, and what he did, he was looking at the mindset, he was looking at the people, and what he was searching, and of course, he didn't make surveys, but he was very, very conscious what was going on in the world, and he was noticing what the big problems of the people were.
Even if the people didn't know it.
Of course, yeah. He was watching, with the iPhone, for instance, with all these. He didn't invent the phone,
of course.
But like what Steve Jobs was famous for was design and simplicity, and that's really like the key. He made things easier, and it looked so wonderful. And so when people saw his products, they said, "Oh wow, this is fantastic! I want that." And that is the genius of Steve Jobs.
Okay, thanks. So what do you ask your customers? What kind of questions do you ask your customers if you try to survey them?
The thing is, you don't ask them what do you want, because if you do that, you don't get the right
because
answer.
They don't know.
Exactly, they don't know.
Yeah.
But you ask, for instance, in this circumstance, what don't you like about that?
Okay.
And that is a very valuable question, because out of that you will see what they don't like, and out of that, then you see problems they are having, and then you want to create a solution to solve these problems.
Okay, I can relate to that. That's very, very often much easier for the people to answer the question what they don't want instead of what they do want. Yeah, that's right. You recommend that one builds up his avatar out of his client or even his dream client. Can you give me an example what such avatar can look like?
You really make a survey of your clients, your best clients, and you come up with a dream client, And you know, a very good example is, I'm sure, if you have like existing clients, that you have like a dream client, and you know, you will know, okay, this guy is 45 years old, he is married, he has 2 kids, you know, he has like a Mercedes car, and he makes this kind of money, and you know, he reads this kind of magazines, and so if you have like people like in realities that you really know, of course, you know, that's the very best thing, but you can also construct your dream client of the surveys you did.
Okay.
And then you make you really make like a profile and an avatar who becomes real for you, and the really secret is then step into his shoes, put on his clothes, and become this dream client, and live in his world, and look at everything from his perspective.
Okay. So, and if you then write your own stuff, for example, just always have him in mind and speak to him.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, always step in him and look at it, you know, from his perspective, and then it's very easy to write sales copy.
Okay, I get it.
And do marketing. Yeah.
Your fourth millionaire move is match, and it reads very well when you say look for a growing niche. But what can I do if my niche, which I'm focusing on, is not growing? But this niche is all where my experience is.
Yeah. Then you know, if you believe that, then yeah, you have an old belief system, and you have to change this belief that this niche is all you know, because like you have to take the abundance mindset, and I'm sure, you know, there are other niches that are as perfect or even more now, because like this new niche is growing, and you will be successful. So you just have to open your mind, and
okay, just imagine I open my mind, but how can they then you say then I have to transfer my experiences to another niche, or how can I understand you?
Yeah. Look, there are many successful companies. You know, look, for instance, I mean, we were mentioning Apple before.
Yeah.
I mean, all of a sudden they went into phones.
Yeah.
I mean, they were a computer company.
They had no experience in phone before that.
Exactly.
Okay, you went. Okay, next move, media. If I want to start, which media do you recommend the most? You mentioned several media as well as LinkedIn, YouTube, Google+, and so on, Facebook. So I can't take all these media at once. So with which should I start?
Exactly. I mean, you shouldn't start with all. And depends what kind of market you're in. But I mean, a very good media is Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook is absolutely amazing, and most business people are not aware of that, because like if you have created your avatar, really know who it is, you will find this avatar in Facebook. And the absolutely wonderful thing is you can really target your avatar and go for him exclusively, and find him, because with all the selections you have with Facebook, you then can start, and with a very small budget, you know, you can test, you know, with $20 a day, and see if it works, and do a lot of different tests, and it's absolutely wonderful. Not like in the old days when you had to spend thousands of dollars for an ad, and yeah, just go for every subscriber or reader of this magazine. In Facebook, you can just go for your dream clients. That's absolutely wonderful. That's a marketer's dream.
Okay. Another suggestion which you make in the next move is for marketing, you recommend to write a book and to position this book in a niche, to position myself as an authority in this niche. What do you suggest? How long will it take to write such a book? A book is a huge project. How long will it take?
Yeah, that's also a mindset. You know, yes, we all believe that, you know, but like this, you know, I look at a book as a marketing tool.
Okay.
And yeah, let's say you have found your dream clients.
Okay.
And you know exactly what their big problems are.
Yeah.
And now you want to, of course, have like the perfect solution to the problems of your clients. And so what you do, you write a book for your dream clients.
Okay.
And you answer all their questions they are having around these problems. And you know, for instance, you take all the like frequent asked questions. For instance, you take 10 of these questions, and then you take an initial 10 questions where you know your client should ask you, but because they don't know it, they are not asking, but you know it. So you answer this question as well. And then you have like 20 questions, and you have a guy like you or a guy like me interview you and ask you these questions. You record the question and the answers, and then you also give some background about your company and about your offerings, and there you have it. You know, you have all this recording, you transcribe it, and then you have an editor going over it, and then you have like a small book, and you then target this book exclusively to your dream clients. Give it a title and a subtitle that are very, very convincing, and there you have it.
What do you think? How long would such a process take? Months? Years?
No, this, you know, it can, a few weeks. You know,
a few weeks?
A few, 8 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
I mean, we can do that for you.
Okay.
You know, and yeah, we guarantee it, you know, that we do it like in 3 months.
Okay, so that's a nice number. Okay, so just imagine you help me now to write this book, and what can I do, or how can you help me to make this book a bestseller? Because I think that's one of the important things. Yeah,
this is like, you know, it's a secret sauce, you know.
That's why I asked you this.
Yeah, it's, you know, in the old days it was very, very difficult, you know.
I remember you made several books to a bestseller, and I remember, I think 20 years ago, you made a book in the old days, really here in Zurich, in Switzerland, to bestseller.
Exactly, this was very difficult then because there was no internet, there was no Amazon, there were the bestseller were only 2 categories, fiction and non-fiction, and so this was quite hard. But these days with Amazon and there's hundreds of subcategories, it's a breeze. You know, what you do is like you have your book, and then you select the right subcategories. You know, you can select like two categories for your book, and you make sure, you know, that it doesn't take. Of course, you know, you have to do research and make sure, you know, that it doesn't take too many sales to make a bestseller. and then you do a launch, you know, where you do marketing and get everyone, you know, involved, and you know, we do this, we have people all over the world involved, and we do this launch in a period of 12 to 18 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So we focus all our effort in this time period and make it a bestseller.
Okay. The next thing which you suggest is a live TV show. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. This is something new that, because of the change of technology, you know, think of infomercial,
Mm-hmm.
but like an infomercial of you and your company and your product. And now this infomercial is shown on the web.
Mm-hmm.
You invite your target audience to watch you, and now what's absolutely fantastic, because you have interaction. That's something that was not here before.
That's right.
And because of that, it's like you have immediate feedback from your customers or potential customers, and you can address the questions that they have live on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
You really get like a feeling what are their concerns.
Mm-hmm.
So that's absolutely fantastic. And a show like that is interactive, is live, and can go on for an hour, for 2 hours, for 3 hours, for a day.
Mm-hmm.
Can go on forever, how long you have people watching.
Mm-hmm.
And my mentor, Mike Koenigs, is like the absolute authority with this subject, and he does these shows now with very, very big name Hollywood people, very, very, very successful.
Okay. And you offer support even in this area as well?
Correct.
Okay, okay, thanks. The last step, the last millennium move, multiply. How can I find the right joint venture?
Yeah, the best thing is you look around your industry.
Okay.
And you find players that have products or services who are complementary to what you offer.
Yeah.
And there you have it. Yeah, these people are the best potential joint venture partners for you.
Okay, so thanks a lot for these answers. And one last question: you're right about your big why you do this, and you mentioned there a child project in Colombia. Perhaps you can tell a bit more about that.
Yeah, you know
why it's so inspiring for you, and what you plan with this.
Yeah. Here, I'm absolutely fascinated. As you know, I'm fascinated by people, about that everybody is unique.
Okay.
And it's my belief that we each have a gift for the world.
Yeah.
And I really see this in kids that haven't gone through the school system yet, and are still open and open-minded, and they still have these dreams. And I can really see their uniqueness. And my inspiration. These kids are really like my inspiration. I really want to help as many kids as I can to find their uniqueness, and then later on with my system be able to make a living, and because they live their uniqueness, really lead a happy and fulfilling life.
Okay, so thank you very much, Leonardo. I wish you very, very good luck for your book and for all those clients which you will support, and of course for your child project as well. Thank you very much. Leonardo Habegger, author of the book Authority Positioning, how to become the leader in your niche. Thanks. So.